We couldn't film at the real Washington Monument, but we built very impressive, very large chunks of the monument for filming.
Be climbing Tom for the first time on the wall. We've done a lot of rehearsal on this, so hopefully he'll make us all look good.
Okay, Tom, stay as you are there, and we're going to walk you across.
We didn't have to, like, film it sideways. We didn't have to turn the camera sideways and see how it looked afterwards. We could see it immediately, and I could see myself and angle myself to make sure I get the best position.
Been waiting for you. In this movie, you see this same scene as the 1984 scene, except the scene will unfold in a different way. Except now, because of the visual effects that you can do, and because of the technology that's available, you can tell that story even better.
What was really challenging about it is the Guardian in 1984 is, 20 plus years younger than Arnold himself. We actually scoured the earth to find basically a bodybuilder by the name of Brett. He was the only person who had that 50-inch back that Arnold actually had, but his biceps and quads, everything else was slightly lesser than. And then obviously that served as really our proxy. So when you shoot the fight sequence, Arnold and basically everyone has something to interact with.
This is Jim, about to crash it into some walls, so that's what I'm doing for work. Can you eat this?
It took about 2.5 weeks to build the robot. It took about a month to build the custom dolly that the guys are sitting on back there. So about a month and a half total.
You're a robot.
Android. And I kneel into that, and then there's a kind of bicycle seat that I sit on.
We record a move on a computer and we smooth it out. So we can play it back.
That's just become part of the character. You rely on it then to kind of get into the character again. So it's the same process that happens with any.
It's really a delicate balance to make sure that we never did anything that the real animal couldn't possibly do. For facial performance, we tried as much as possible not to have human brow motions in the characters or other human sort of muscle motions of the face that would kind of give the game away. We tried to stay as true to the sort of anatomy of the creatures as we could.
Moving the head how a cat would move, find those accents, and then make sure that that subtle behavior would sit well.
First thing we would do is to study the anatomy of whichever creature we're building, and we need to make sure that we've got a skeleton that the animators can move around that moves in a realistic way. That's the main first section. It's a case of building the actual muscle anatomy of the character, and then the third pass is adding the fur on top. We would create the fur on the skin.
I'm loving it, I'm cuffing it, I'm loving